Good morning, my name is Logan, and in this video I'm going to take you with me to the January meeting of the Pacific Northwest CRV. Last year we started meeting with other CRV enthusiasts and doing these trail rides. I'm very excited about the reception and the turnout. On this foggy Sunday morning, the group meets in Ellensburg, Washington. Today's event includes driving to a military radio tower that's located on the ridges south of town. It's like we're starting to come into some blue skies up here. And lots of slush. Our convoy of 9 climbed 1,000 feet onto the Monastash Ridge. We emerged from the cloud layer that was filling the Kittitas Valley. Now that the visibility has improved, we can see the towers crowning the Amtenum Ridge about 3,700 feet above sea level. The ridges that we are crossing are caused by the Yakima Fold Belt, made of basalt rock and covered in sagebrush and bunch grass. The detail of their shapes are highlighted by the snow where it is yet to melt. Named after Jacob Durr, who built it, Old Durr Road was a wagon toll road used for freight originally linked Ellensburg and Yakima long before the highways that connect them now. Jacob would charge $25 per year or $45 for a lifetime pass for his road, according to a local newspaper. His road was built in the 1880s and was used until the 1920s. The Old Durr Road stretched for 30 miles through the Wenis Valley and Shesheskin Canyon. The road was ultimately replaced by the Yakima River Canyon Road. It's a beautiful drive and I recommend it if you're in the area. This stretch of road also helps create the Washington Backroad Discovery Route. That's a trail that spans from Oregon to Canada through the Eastern Cascades, which is popular with four-wheel drive enthusiasts and dual-sport motorcycles. As we descend into the Amtenum Creek Valley, gearing up for our final push to the tower, this section proves to be bumpy and slow. I'd like to take a moment and express my sincere appreciation to everybody who joined us today. It's truly humbling to see some of you travel upwards of 3 hours each way just to be here. I mentioned in our last video, our shared passion for our cars initially brought us together, but there's something indescribable, a sense of camaraderie and community that grows amongst us. New friends were made today. It was my first time meeting Alex, who drove from the Wenatchee area. We had previously chatted about meeting up, and luckily we were able to make it happen. Before we left town, I bought a set of second generation CRV wheels off of Blake. I think we can now add swap meet to the list of our activities. Blake had also mailed me a sweet cup holder mod that he printed himself since the last time I saw him. Cameron has the sweet red window tints and a well-equipped setup. This is his first time attending. I thought he was a kind and enthusiastic person. It was nice to meet him. Alvin and I are both trying our new third generation rear differential upgrade. At our last event, I blew up the clutch pack in my differential, and Alvin suffered a similar fate. Nelly attended his first meet today. He's a really cool guy and I'm glad he made it. I liked his wheel setup, and the hood filter was unique. I'd like to thank Justin for attending his second event in the second generation CRV. Ben is an excellent photographer, and he has posted his photos from the event on his Instagram. He goes by RD1_adventure buddy over there. Highly recommend that you check it out. Alright, so I'm letting the boys lead right now. I've tucked back a little bit, and then we're getting really close to the radio tower, assuming we're probably about 2 miles away. We got a guy on a side-by-side up here. Let's go ahead and see what that's about. After a challenging ascent through the steep and slushy terrain, we finally reached the radio tower. While I was focused on navigating the climb, I unfortunately did not capture any footage of the action. From the vantage point at the top, we were greeted with expansive views of the Wenatchee Mountains and a glimpse of the Stewart Range. Looking in the other direction, we could see down the ridges towards Yakima and the Columbia River. Cloud cover obscured our view of Mount Adams and Mount Rainier today. Taking advantage of the opportunity, we spent some time chatting and snapping some pictures of our rides. As we were getting ready to leave, Justin veered slightly off track into some deep, untouched snow, causing the second generation CRV to become high-centered, requiring assistance. Quickly, we retrieved a tow strap, and Nellie stepped up, volunteering to pull him out.
Someone had to get that.
With Justin freed from the snow, we realized the urgency of making it back to town before dark. In Washington, during the winter, the sun sets early and it gets very dark. Despite the time constraint, we couldn't resist splashing through some puddles along the way. Personally, I chose to steer clear of the water, knowing my tendency to suck water into my intake. While I've been fortunate so far, I didn't want to push my luck.
Justin out here's got himself fully high-centered, so now he's going to try to pull him out real quick with a rope. It's formed up and it's really turning out to mud in here.
Feeling adventurous, I decided to guide us along a modified route back down, but my decision led us into trouble. This particular area, shielded from the sun, had much deeper snow than anticipated. We attempted to maneuver the group around, and we encountered difficulties with ground clearance. Eventually, Justin found himself stuck once again, but this time, the recovery proved to be more challenging.
It's too easy. And I just went down.
I saw him in the side mirror, he was all smiling.
all smiles.
Ready?
Yeah, yep.
Well, there's an abandoned Subaru with some Sparco wheels on it. Looks to be lifted. No one's inside of it. Hope they're alright. That's not good.
We've gotten a little bit spread out here, so we're headed back the way we came, mostly because we saw that abandoned Subaru. I want to make sure that those guys aren't walking back. With the distance that we traveled so far, I'm assuming that they got a ride out with another car. But we've had our fun in the snow today. Had a great time. I think everyone else had a great time. Thanks for watching the video. I'm not sure if I'll check back in with you before the end. If you want to get invited to the next one, follow me on Instagram. It's Logan with 3 N's and 2 zeros. See you guys next time. Thanks.